Hello everyone, Jake Peters here again from Hapeman Electronics, here with another brief little review on a type of relay that we really like. This is by Eaton Controls. This is it's their D3 series relays. I don't know, I guess you would call it maybe a full-featured relay or fancy pants relay or whatever you want to call it, but essentially all it is it's a 10 amp, 3-pole, double throw, octal-based relay that it's an 11-pin relay, and we use these a lot whenever for interlocking circuits and signals and things like that. And essentially I wanted to do a little bit of review on these and talk about why I liked them. Essentially, the reason why I like these relays so much is because in the control and automation field, we have to do a lot of troubleshooting whenever it comes to commissioning a new stand or something like that. Usually we'll wire everything up, we'll test everything up the best we can, and then we'll get it into the field and hook everything back together. And there's inevitably mistakes, miswires, things like that. And essentially what this allows us to do is when we're testing these relays, they have an indicator light on them that lets you know if they're on or off, which is always nice. You could leave a cabinet door open and see from a distance whether or not this relay turns on. Another thing that we really like about them is that they have a manual engagement. So there's a little flappy door here. If you see it, you'll see it if I flip it open like that. And essentially what that allows you to do is to flip on this relay and close the contacts, or open them if you're using the normally closed side of it, even when there's no power to this relay. So let's say you have a part of your control scheme that goes through one of these relays, but the controls that power this relay, you don't want to power them up yet, or they don't quite have power yet, or you're just doing a continuity check without power. You can use that in order to engage this relay without powering it up, and you don't need any jumper wires or anything crazy like that to get around the relay. And you'll probably also notice that there's a kind of a green little buttony looking thing on there. Basically this door just engages that button and presses it down and holds it down. But essentially, if you just wanted to do it in a momentary fashion, let's say you just were using it as like a start button or something like that, you could just press down on this button here and engage the relay momentarily. So I'm just gonna, this is a 24 volt coil. They come in AC, 110 volt AC coils, 24 volt AC coils. I'm sure they come in a bunch of different other coil sizes. I don't have the spec sheet in front of me, but I did want to read basically the contact ratings on this. So you can do 10 amps at 277 volts AC, which is relatively standard for a relay of this size. Also 10 amps at 30 volts DC. And then you also have, if you wanted to use this as a little starter, which I guess you could if you had a very small, if you had a small little motor or something like that, this will do a third of a horsepower at 120 volts AC, and it'll do a whole horsepower at 277 volts AC. So this is a pretty cool little relay. I just wanted to kind of throw this out there so that hopefully somebody else who's just looking for a new type of relay or something, that these are pretty cheap too. I think we get these from our distributor for like $20 or $30, which is basically the same price that you would pay for like an iDeck relay of the same type and form factor with literally no features. So we've never had any of these fail on us. That doesn't mean that they won't. Just mind you, that doesn't mean that they won't. It just means that we've always had good luck with them. We really like using them. So I hope you like this little review or overview, and have a good day.